Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom, and I came out to the garden today and I have so many things to do on my to-do list, where it's like, I don't even know what to do this morning. You ever feel like that? The list is endless. But I think I'm feeling, if you saw my August garden tour, you saw right in front of my cut flower garden, I have a bunch of hydrangea trees that I just set. I kind of tried to dig the pot in and support it with dirt. They're still in their pots and they keep just like falling over, and they need to get planted. Just one, so they don't fall over, and two, so they can start to root in and all that stuff. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, it looks like a mess because, let me explain. So there's a white fence there that we are continuing. It's going to continue and then break so you can walk through the arbors, and then continue all the way up here. And the white fence is going to be, you see like bobo hydrangeas, so the white fence is going to go between here and in front of my hydrangea standards. So we had someone come out and mark. That's why the grass is growing crazy, because we didn't want to mow it and lose the markings. Although at this point, I can't even see any of the markings on the grass. I have my big muck boots on. Oh, there's one right on the edge, that the orange marking right there. I have my muck boots on because we get a lot of dew in the morning. Oh, there's some more. Okay, there's a marking. So that's why the grass is so long. And then once you get past that, then you can see like weeded, kind of weeded sections of the garden. I need to come back through and obviously weed more because things are growing again. So I think I'm going to plant the hydrangea trees before I lose any markings. And I honestly don't know if we will get the fence built this summer. Some life things happen. Gotta love when life throws you a curveball. Just have to go with the flow. So I at least get the hydrangea standards planted. Looks like I have 4 phantoms stretching along the driveway in front of my cut flower garden, and two limelight hydrangea standards from Proven Winners. Okay, so those white flowers that look like twinkly lights, because they really are pretty, are weeds. And every year I say I'm going to keep on top of it better, but I just don't. You know, for the most part, you can see like walking paths, but when it came to actually weeding between the flowers, I didn't do super duper well with. This looks gorgeous, the Victoria blue, salvia, my Chinese forget-me-not's pretty much done, lace flower, pincushion flower. This is the Black Knight, and my all-time favorite color. Oh my gosh. I was like, why is the flower vibrating? There's a bee sleeping. Do you see it? I pretty much touched it and it was vibrating. There's an aphid too. Lovely. White pincushion flower, which I've normally just been letting these go to the seed pods, like these, because I like the way the seed pods look better than the actual white flowers. And I can't remember this variety. Oh, there's another sleeping bee. Oh my gosh. That makes me so happy. Anyways, this is my second favorite because I really like it. I got it from Floret. Oh, my blue African daisies bloomed. Oh, look at that. It's hard to see in this lighting, but the very inside is blue. I planted like 20 seeds. I only got one. That makes me really happy. So overall, this is looking pretty good. It could be neater for sure. Raised bed stories with that. They are not filled, obviously. We just place them there. We need to fill them. We need to level them and then fill them. And I'm going to plant grapes. We already have the grapes to go up and over the arbors. We got King of the North grapes, so I'm excited for that. But anyways, life happens, and overall it looks like a mess. What drives me nuts is the front half looks more like a mess than the back. Like the back I feel like still pretty good, but of course people don't see the back from the driveway. I don't know. So standing back out at the entrance, the idea is to have the fence, like I said, sorry for the tote. We use that tote to cover our rototiller to keep it from getting rained on, but it's in the shop right now. And then I'm hoping to get more mulch to cover the cardboard. My kids like to dig it up. But anyways, so the idea is to have the fence and then have the hydrangea standards, stand them up. And I want it so you can just barely see through. See little tiny hints so you can just barely see. And then the idea is when you walk through the arbor, oh, my camera, I'm sorry. Okay, when you walk through the arbor, then it's just gonna open up into this beautiful kind of hidden secret cut flower garden. And that's the idea. So I think it'll be really, really pretty. And I'm really excited. It's hard because I have this vision in my mind and I know it can look like that, but just kind of the transitioning process of getting it to look like that, a lot of times it just looks like a mess. And I've been super busy trying to work. I have took on a landscaping job, which has been amazing, but I find most of my spare time when I'm not at work is spent at this landscaping job, which is incredible. I love to be able to do something that I love, but then that means that a lot of time I would have spent here in my own garden didn't happen. So I feel like my garden is just kind of really behind, especially on the weeds. So that's why it looks like a hot mess. But I am just going to use scientific measuring mosquito. I joke because I never measure. Now, when I originally kind of dug the holes for the pots to sink down into, I already kind of stepped it off, but I wasn't perfect in my stepping off method because I knew that wasn't the final planting. So ultimately I just want to, the driveway's right here. So I just want to make sure it's the same number of steps back and the same number of steps between. I feel like I'm putting too much thought in this. I'm just going to step it off along with the driveway, go 4 steps back. I just want to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I just measured off. It looks like it's about 4 steps back and then about 3.5 steps between each hydrangea standard. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, the sun just came out, so I'm kind of hiding in the shade. The sun's really pretty, but it makes it kind of hard to see. So I planted technically I planted all of them. One of them was going to get planted right in the middle of my lisianthus row. And I started lisianthus in January. I'm like, that's a long time to dig up some lisianthus. So I just kind of reburied the pot right in front of where it needs to go. And then once the lisianthus is done, I will professionally plant it where it needs to go. But let me show you. Okay, Man, I wish it wasn't such a mess with the grass and weeds. But you can see I planted these 3, which they look so much better not leaning over. I did have to knock over one of my sunflowers. Those were volunteer sunflowers. There's 3 of them. And man, they were gorgeous when they were in full bloom. They're pretty much done. I'm just letting the birds feed off of them now. So I planted those 3. And then I stepped it off so that this one was the same distance from the arbor as this one. And I try to plant them as straight up and down as I could. That one still looks like it's leaning. It's because the blooms are so big and it's just so little still. It's not established. So once I deadhead the blooms, I probably should have done that before I planted it, but I just wanted to enjoy the blooms a little bit longer. They're all dried, but I still think they're beautiful. So once I cut the blooms off and it kind of straightens itself up, I might have to adjust the root ball a little bit or do tree supports just for a little while. There's the one that I was talking about that's in the, it would have gone right in the middle of my Lysianthus. And they are so close. Like, look, they're getting buds. I'm like, I don't want to dig. There's a volunteer potato. These are just about opening. I am so excited. I had to kind of destroy my China asters there, but they were pretty much done, so didn't really care. So, but anyways, I just kind of redug that one in the pot, and it still just tips over. And then here's the last one. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.